And we're back with some more Cliff Empire, though it's more of a cliff village than an empire if you ask me. So we're about to expand to another platform. It seems you can make specialized little cities, and the whole plan is to make, well, 3 different cities, each one specialized in something, or optimized for something. Now, let's just check down a bridge connection. I think I can squeeze one in here. Oh, no, come on. There you go. Hopefully that goes all the way over, though I'm not sure if we have to actually build a city over here first. If we could build a bridge first, that would make things a lot easier.
Completed.
Well, right, so half of it. That means, yeah, we should probably pause this. We'll disable construction on that. That's going to be an expensive project to complete. So, what we have to do then is start building over here, and then we'll have to complete the bridge. This would allow us to drag resources from over here and hopefully catapult this place up a lot faster. First step is a storage depot, and right there.
Construction completed.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting. It's one of these little drop-down things. So this is how we colonize the place. We have to do it this way. Might be a good idea just to build this anyway. 530... You know what? Let's resume this. Why not? If we can get this started at least, it should allow us to bring import people over and back. An expensive project, but hopefully worthwhile. There we go. Now this place is not a backwards nowhere. You've got a whole bridge going over to this location. How can we leverage that to really catapult this place up really quickly to an industrial powerhouse? From what I can see, we can have migrant workers coming in, helping, and then buggering off at the end of the day. But what I sort of want to do is have, say, one central location full of people, then outside areas that are basically polluted hellholes that no one wants to live in, that people commute to daily. You know, sort of like real life in a way. However, I'm not sure exactly how to do that, so that might take a little bit of experimenting around. And according to this, I need to have 35 people staying here on the second cliff, which, yeah, we can get that. We'll just put in a little bit more housing and upgrade it. Power-wise, this place is better. It's got sunshine, but less windiness, so we're better off building solar panels over here, wind turbines on that place over there. I mean, the premise of this game is pretty ridiculous, and you have to kind of... I feel like they should have just set this on another planet, and it would maybe explain the ludicrousness a bit more. The whole nuclear war, building on top of cliffs thing, it just doesn't quite sell, does it? Oh, I forgot to build those maintenance buildings, but we got one up in a hurry, and I think...
Trading platform arrived.
I think we got the fire... How does the water place... Oh, that's the battery place. Never mind.
Medium construction completed.
Okay, could things stop going on fire? How much maintenance do we need to keep... I feel like I should put down another maintenance depot, but come on. That's all the fire's gone, right? It's good. It's good. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for that. For reminding me that I definitely need maintenance depots or things will go horrifically wrong. Alright, plan is very simple. Put down lots of these matter mines, put down lots of town squares, make money and metal, and then upgrade this place into an industrial hub. Oh, and upgrade with solar as needs be, and put down some of these battery stations to tide us over in the night. How much batteries have we got? We need more. Oh, and we should probably upgrade this. 700? Yeah, we can afford it. While trying to get up to the critical mass of drones again, I realized you could just sell drones to the other side. There is the town hall over here, and you can just click on sell large drones, and you can just say, ooh, actually, how much is that going to cost when we sell that? It's going to cost $400. And we can sell that over to Heavenly. These places are all called different names, so we're in Way, and we want to sell to Heavenly, so they have space for 8 of them. So take 4 of ours. We can build another 4 right here, without having to change the industry over this side. Just cuts down on difficulties. Also, we install some train stations. This may look like a bridge, but realistically it's actually 2 trains on either side of the bridge. So we stuck in 2 train stations so we could bring more people across to work during the day. Let's just speed it up until morning time. Right now our manpower is at 41%, but once it's hit morning time, everyone grabs their coffee, and the planes pop over, or the trains pop over and drop off the 69 workers we need to keep this place functional. Now everything's up and running and working at max capacity. So I think there's the way to turn this into a person hub, this place over here into a working location for everyone. So they come over here during the day, do all their work, and we can just run the ecology into the ground and just not care. And we may need to leave some people to keep the place running overnight so that, you know, the maintenance place doesn't go down and we end up with the whole place burning down. But we'll give that a priority 1 to make sure everyone shows up there. Or maybe we can do some other management. But I think... Actually, I think we need this airport so we can have more people here. Yeah, we'll leave this as it is. In fact, just give us another 4 of those and 1 more of those, and you are... Actually, 1 more of those, and you are good. But we need batteries. Yeah, I think a few more battery places are in order, and maybe some solar. One piece of technology I like the look of is Power Grid. Averages number of batteries between cliffs connected with bridges. That means we could turn one place into a battery producer, and then just have no power in another location and just have it run off the batteries it drains from wherever it's connected to. That means we might want to stick a couple of extra battery producers in, well, maybe this location over here, or wherever we're having as our main energy production section. Actually, some nuclear power plants would look really tasty over here. People could commute in, work in nuclear power plants. Ooh, what'll happen at night? Ah, I see what's going on here now. Like, we used to have all of our little quests, or tutorial quests over here, and now it's giving us these things that give us medals. You get honor points for surviving stuff, so I think the last thing it asked to do was sell some stuff. I just thought it was part of the tutorial, but I did all the selling, and they gave us one of these medals. Now, an approaching cloud front is coming. I presume that's going to mess with solar. Or maybe crop growth as well.
Construction completed.
So I should maybe cut back on the selling of food until this is over. I'm currently selling most of the food to our neighbors, or selling it over here, just because it takes money out of the mainland and sends it over to Solar Farmville. Turns out you can rename these places. So I'm thinking what we do is this place we turn into a specialist in farming and solar. And where did you go? What the? Huh. Can go to the mainland, to the split, to the orbital station. In that case, I was thinking of turning this place into food and battery production. See, this place, well, the joy of this place is it's got plenty of solar power, like loads of sunshine, so we can chuck down solar here, and great soil fertility, so we could make this place sort of a farming hub to make food and batteries. The batteries can be shared automatically because we've got a bridge, and those batteries will just be transferred between our storage depots on either side, so theoretically we can just share batteries across all of our bridge connected locations. Water is automatically shared as well, so we don't even need water over here. And okay, I presume this is the cloud front. Okay, okay, so the solar panels are going to have a bad day. I get it. Anything else? The mines, maybe? Or is it the crops it's looking at? I can't tell. Crops. Okay, so our crops are going to be worse and our solar is going to be worse. And we have to survive for X amount of days, I presume. Oh, we expect good harvest from you this week. Sell food to the orbital station and survive 6 rainy days. Okay, we can do that. One of the great things about all of this, though, is because we've got these pipelines set up for water and power, that means even though the solar panels have gone down here, we're running off the battery supplies that we're getting shipped from over here. Well, not shipped, sort of shared. And they want us to send a bunch of food into orbit to win this medal. We just chuck down a bunch of farms. Now, normally we'd need a whole bunch of water to keep these supported, and our water is, well, would be massively in the negative, -13, and we're getting plus 4.5. However, the pipelines through the bridges that we researched also allows us to transfer water between, or share our warehouse bottled water. So we've got 87 water here because we're getting it from this side and all of its mega mines. These mega drills, they produce +3 water every time they activate. So we're getting loads of water, and we're just sharing it. And we're getting loads of power over here because we have a bunch of battery banks set up. Or where is it? These things. Battery stations. So the wind combined with the nuclear is giving us plenty of energy. Yeah. How are we looking over this side? All we got to do is survive 6 days with the rain, and we're golden. So I suppose we are eating through the batteries a fair chunk. Maybe I should put down a few more wind turbines on the other side, but that would require me to delete buildings, and I don't want to. How are we looking on the food? Seriously? Oh, we must have got it in a harvest already, right? At least one? Yeah, we'll have another harvest in shortly. We can sell that off, make a chunk of cash. We managed to survive the rain for 6 days, and we got the food onto the station. So we get a reward, which is another one of these little medal things. And I believe this opens up extra categories, and there's a few buildings in here that seem to be tied behind it as well. For example, this category is currently unavailable. Collect honor points to unlock it. So basically you just have to survive some catastrophes and you get more medals, which opens up more areas. Lucky, next event. Where's the next event? Come on, bring it on. Oh, and I've decided to start adding more people over here and give us an actual permanent amount of people in this section. Though, trying to balance things is going to get more interesting. This place is great for food. 100% soil fertility means it's twice as efficient as this place is growing things. So I think it's actually better to go with regular housing and then make the food. This other stuff over here, this housing used to... It's more expensive, and it gives you all the water, food, and some other junk, but we don't really care about that. We can save space by just building them these giant tenement complexes. Though I do need to get rid of one of these drills and replace it with a mega drill. I'm thinking mega drills are going to be more important going forward. Our next objective is to sell 180 matter. Matter is that, like, those bar things. It's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience, really, because it's sort of something we produce just huge amounts of, and, yeah,
New citizens arrive.
well, I am going to be demolishing some of these things and replacing them with mega drills, so I'll be consuming a little bit of matter along the way, but I think we'll be fine. Easy peasy. That gives us one more medal. The building category sidewall structures becomes available, and new buildings for defense are also available. That is excellent. Now I just got to figure out where those buildings were. Ah, vertical solar station. Where do you go? Ah. Okay, so we get sideways stuff we can clamp on. Wall gardens? What do you do? Okay, I need to explore some of these and see how this changes our plans. But so far, this place is working out quite well. Solar Farmville is, well, runs on solar. These mega drills, like, you just can't get away from. They are the best. The amount of resources they generate is just crazy. Like, these normal mines, look how slow this goes up. Mega mines, far faster. And they give you far more. So, yeah, I think I'm a mega mine convert. These wall-mounted buildings are absolute game changers. Now, there's a few odd ones in here, but let me try to explain what I mean by odd. This is a vertical wind turbine, and it generates 20 kilowatts. Ignore the 21, it's a percentage roundup thing from some upgrade. But this generates 20 kilowatts. To do that on top of the surface, we would normally need 2 turbines. So there's 1, there's 2, and they take up 2 blocks of space. So it's sort of like a 1-to-1 comparison. This will take up 2 blocks of space if you mount it on top of the island. Now take this housing, for example. This housing can hold 34 tenants. And that's about the equivalent to one of these medium residences if you upgraded it to a residential place. This actually consumes slightly more power and stores slightly more people, so it's not quite perfect, but yeah, these are almost a 1-to-1 comparison with something that also takes up 2 blocks. Then you've got your, say these things, vertical vineyards and your vertical salad farms. These also take up the same space as the salad farms and the vineyards that you can just place down naturally. So they're pretty much 1-to-1. Farming's a bit different. This gives you plus 12. I'm not sure exactly how this was working out, but regular farms that you place down on the ground give you plus 20. So it's a little bit over 2, so I think it might be more space efficient than these ground farms, which means they're slightly better, actually. These things, though, but all the rest are... Oh, actually, there's one better, and then the rest are all worse. This is vertical solar. It generates 54 kilowatts of power, which is the equivalent of 3 squares of solar power. So this is 1 square of solar power over here. Just grab that one. This gives 18 kilowatts, which means 3 of these generate the same amount of power as one wall-mounted one, which means this is 3 top squares worth of solar. I think solar may be the most variable wind or variable power source, which is why they're being a little bit generous there. So I'm thinking we're going to probably double down on nuclear, but that's for later. Then you've got the bad ones. For example, this is a vertical battery station, and I have checked, and it produces batteries at the exact same speed as, well, a normal battery station. It takes the same amount of workers and everything, and these normal battery stations only take up 1 square, so it's half as space efficient. That is just horrendously bad. That is terrible. You never want to use those. And then we've got your vertical air purifiers. This gives you an ecology of 6, as opposed to this, which gives you an ecology of 4. However, you can fit like 2 of these into the same space as you can fit 1 of these. So, yeah, these vertical air purifiers, no. So no vertical air purifiers, no vertical battery stations. Yes to solar, and probably housing and farming on the edges. Yeah. I'm going to have to rip all of these down at some point. You know what? You can stay there, just so I can remember for now. We are going to concentrate on turning this place into an absolute habitable zone. Oh, one downside. See the way the edge of this cliff is slanted? Can't place buildings on it. So if we say try and grab a vertical indoor farm, can't place it on those edges. You can place them on here, but you can't overlap things. You can only place one thing in a place. You can't actually double down. So if we placed one there, we can't place one below it. Just will not allow you. So let's see how much we can cram into this place. I think we've now got enough production for all of our matter, water, all that stuff. I think it's time we really cranked up the pressure in here. So we've got ourselves a north wind. Cloudiness makes solar energy inefficient. Well, that's a second. Windiness makes wind generators work at their limit. Perfect, we'll take that. And what else we got? We expect from you a large supply of batteries this week. Okay. Sell batteries to the orbital station. But what I was doing over here was I was starting to install wind turbines. This place here does great on windiness, and since wind seems to be more reliable than solar, I thought we'll put in a bunch of wind turbines here, rip out some of the wind turbines on the land, and generate ourselves more batteries. So the timing here is not terrible. Let's put together maybe a few more battery locations for making batteries. Oh, I need more of these turbines as well. How much do these things cost? A lot of material. Oh god, yeah, these things are expensive. They weren't lying when they said that. Why do I feel like we need more mega drills? We can fit in another mega drill. Why not? I think we've hit 20th of September 2100? What? I have no idea why they're celebrating. But I do know we've generated almost no batteries, not nearly enough to hit this strategic goal they've given us. I need to get a lot more power on the grid, I'm realizing. The moment the solar went down here, it basically dragged us down an awful lot, and we ate through our battery supply rather quickly. We're barely starting to get above it, and that's only because I chucked down just an ungodly amount of wind turbines to take this place to just about sustainability with its horrible solar generation capacity right now. This place used to be 115% solar, 130% solar. Now it's down to 40%. So that's just draining all of our resources. Oh well. I think this place is going to become a massive wind turbine place. Yeah, I like the idea of that. After completely changing gears, putting down loads of wind turbines, chucking down a whole bunch more battery stations, chucking down even more battery stations over here, and generally just going really focused on scoring this one objective, we should, if we do this right, be able to put, you know what, anything more than 10 batteries, sell them off, both sections. And they share batteries between each other, and we've definitely not enough wind and solar everywhere that they should both be fine. Any batteries above 10, sell them off. Done. That should just about do this. I've put down a second trading portal. 2 trading portals seems like a good idea everywhere. This is recommended in the comments as well. That means we should be able to sell about 50 here, 50 in the other place, meaning in the next 2 days, we should be able to hit the objective. This should knock us up to about, 112 or something like that? Assuming everything works out to spec. Come on, get me out to above 100. And get me to above 100, I figure we can knock it out in the last day or so. 70, 80, yeah, that's going to leave it tight. Seriously? 82? That's all we're going to get? We've got more batteries in there. Oof. Okay, 107. 107, perfect. I think we're going to hit it. Okay, we should be good. Come on, give it to us. And perfect. Then we can change this back up to 60 again. That way we'll have a nice stable battery supply for later. Nice. That should knock out that objective anyway, and that brings us one closer to another one of those medals. Let's skip forward. That's one more medal down, gets us up to 4. It hasn't unlocked anything yet, but hopefully the next task will come along shortly. Next task, sell some uranium. Well, we do generate an awful lot of that stuff. How are we looking on the storage front? Yep, we're going to be selling bunches of that. Both sides of the aisle, I think. Yeah, let me check over here. Yeah, this island is also pretty flush with uranium. We'll hit it. Probably. Do I need to make more of these mega drills? It seems kind of ridiculous how many mega drills we have to make. Our next challenge appears to be approaching snowstorm. Block solar? Well, I mean, okay. I have made this place an absolute solar monstrosity, which then has to rely on batteries all during the night. But we generate so much... damn it. Why is that happening? Do I need more maintenance here? Maintenance is starting to dip. I think we can rip out a few of the wind turbines. Well, we don't need them anymore. We have so much extra power coming in that our battery charging over here has now hit an overall efficiency of 159%. Why have you stopped? Oh, we can't remove the batteries fast enough. Well, yeah, we might want to get in more storage. But I'm thinking batteries? Yes, they work really well for money as well. Let's rip out some of our wind turbines here. This is going to free up a bunch of space on the top. Strong snow slows down the movement of drones. Oh, Eels cannot grow harvests at low temperature. It's going to eat into our food. We need to be more careful. Windiness makes wind generators work at their limit. Well, we got loads of those. It's necessary to spend 30% more energy for heating purposes. That's fine. We might want to be more careful about our farming then. We're going to need some indoor farms. Wall farms maybe, or just electrical? See, the thing is, these ones here are just not going to grow anymore, are they? Yep, they're frozen. And we gotta last 6 days. And do we have enough food storage? No. No, we do not. While we will survive this snow, there's no way we could get enough stations. We were trying to... or gadgets. We have to build the gadgets in this thing, which... yeah, that's fine. We queued up 2 at each, and then we built a second one, and then we got a third one. So we have 3 of them here, churning out 2 a piece, and then we've got 2 of them over here, churning out another 2 a piece. But it's just... they get consumed. Our own people consume the gadgets, so we just couldn't even get close. I mean, we didn't even sell a single one, so... I think we're going to have to work on that for future ones, so that's a failed medal. That's our first one. Huh. Pity. Oh, in the meantime, I've been expanding out the solar, the population, everything in this place. This place needs to get beefed up just a little bit more. These wall houses are expensive, but they don't require us to use the land up here. And this land up here is very fertile and useful. I'm thinking lots and lots of orchards are going to be going up here. Oh my god, we have a fine? Wow, you have to pay fines if you fail those. That is... new? Oh. Right. Oh, and we just unlocked a tech that would have been handy a minute ago, which is increased production slots. So now we can put in 3 things on these. So I think... what, you're specialized in furniture. I think we'll specialize one in gadgets. You can be our gadget specializer. This lad over here is specialized in furniture, of which it's producing lots. And you can do engines, I think. Yep. There you go. We'll get rid of these things, churn out lots of engines, or whatever they're called. And same over here, we'll have to do a little bit of fiddling around. We don't want to end up with too many salons by accident. We want to make sure we've got a little bit of flexibility built in. Our next task is to sell some uranium again, so that's easy. These mega drills produce way more than we're ever going to need, so that's a quick one to knock out. I assume they're going to get more dangerous as we go along, though. Well, $1,000 and a medal for doing exactly what we were already doing. Who knew trading uranium could be so profitable? Actually, yeah, no. Well, that's different. Approaching enemy fleet. Yeah, I think we're going to need some defensive stuff. Like a lot of defensive stuff. I think all money will now be dedicated towards defensive stuff. Protective shield? I don't even know how big the protective shield would be. You know what? Cares about defense just yet. Let's worry more about offense. A couple of small missile silos on the edge would not hurt our chances. Let me come... ooh, actually... now, we won't use the wall-mounted ones. We don't have time to build the wall-mounted ones. They might be cost-efficient, but I would prefer to get this started. I'm thinking guns, missiles, and interceptor stations. Everywhere. We've cut the industry. Let's just churn everything up we can. I would prefer not to have a wipe, just because we underprepared for something like this. Yeah, a few more of you there. We've got some really nasty wall segments here that are just really awkward to place stuff on, but there we go. More interceptor pods. You guys are almost out of money. Hopefully we get a few more up and running before the fleet arrives. Well, let's see. Not all people who return to Earth get good intentions. A group of fugitives from the orbital prison settled in the mountains on the outskirts of your region. They will try to steal your resources in order to survive. Well, they seem to have a lot of resources already. Right.
On-wall construction completed.
How do we defend? How do I launch weapons? How do I do anything? Well, I'm not seeing anything. They're attacking from this direction. We have missile cells and interceptors, but none on that side. So, give me some wall-mounted rocket launchers over here. Why not? But I don't think the mainland has any cash left right now. So, let's just hold out for 3 minutes 28 seconds, and hopefully not get too much of our base chewed up. I have a strange feeling we will, though. Anyone want to fire? Hey! We got some guns firing.
On-wall construction complete.
Ah! Yeah, it's shooting down. Was that it? Well, that's one way to go about it.
On-wall construction completed.
We lost 2 buildings. I may have overdone it with the guns, but nah, it's fine. That was worth not enough. Not
On-wall
enough. New category of
completed.
building has become available under cliffs.
Trading platform
Huh.
arrived.
Okay, let's see what we got. Engineering hangar? Ooh. Okay, a whole bunch of new stuff. Alright, so this stuff is built on the top. It's basically an engineering hangar, a small dock, and a dock station. This gives you little robots, and those robots can fly down and build stuff on the ground floor. So you could build, say, an ore mine down here below the cliff edges. But since it's in the radiation cloud, you can't go down there. That's why they give you the robots. So you've got an ore mine that gives you uranium, and then it has to go through a splitting reactor. Then you've got a geothermal station, generates energy for buildings under cliffs, building resistant to earthquakes. So this generates energy on the down low. The thing is, these things all require different materials. For example, if we click on this, it requires frames, beams, cases, barrels, drills, control centers, pipes, filters, and coolers. Yeah. We don't have access to any of those. So you need the engineering hangar to make the parts that allow you to... Well, the engineering hangar up here and these bots allow you to build all of these things, which you then go down below. Like an eco-pillar gives you 5 to global ecology. Like, I'm not sure about that one. Capsule battery station. This one is weird. It gives you sort of big batteries that you can then burn in the capsule generators, and those things seem to get built up top. So you build a capsule generator thing up here, which then appears to be, well, quite energy efficient. Like, that thing generates 150 kilowatts of energy, and yeah, that's really small. That's a really, really, really small power plant, and it generates an awful lot of energy. Of course, you do have to have a capsule battery station and the robots to go down and harvest it and stuff. But yes, this is basically just opened up a whole new platform. And I can't even use any of that because I should really probably settle over here real quick. While, well, now? I probably should have done that a while ago. Let me figure out where we're going to place a bridge. Let's get this started. Yeah, no, we don't need the animation. It's fine. First thing we're going to do is set up that bridge. This place we can rapidly build. Reason being, that bridge will give us a pipeline for water and power cells. So we don't even need to do power generation. We can just burn batteries. Well, once it gets started. Where's our little drones? Perfect. Get that started, we're going straight for mining. So maybe this is stupid, but I'm just gonna start building mega drills, like straight up. There's no point. We can buy in the components. All we need to build these things is money, which we got, metal, which, okay, we probably don't have a lot of right now because we spent a bunch of it, but 15 batteries and 20 engines. The batteries we just get by default because we're sharing batteries with everyone else due to the way bridges work now. So our batteries are shared across everywhere, so we're actually maxed out on batteries already, perfectly. We don't have the engines, but we can just buy those via the train and we'll get them shipped over from across there. They're not even that expensive. So a couple of those should sort us out. So, once we get the necessary metal to build a second mega drill, should I build one of the smaller ones? How much are these things? They're 10, these things are 50. Okay, maybe I should build one of these, at least to start, to get us a little bit more metal getting started. Yeah, this is getting easier to set up. Since we've got battery power, we don't have to worry about generating power here, which is great, because this place is terrible for sunshine and windiness. But since we've got shared water and batteries with everyone, we can just sort of dump some of them in here. Let's upgrade this. Yeah, I think, yeah, some stuff is going to magically appear in there to top up our numbers. But at the same time, it also gives us more stuff we can sell for money. So we're basically siphoning stuff out of the other 2 settlements to give this place money. So you can be Leech. Leech, welcome to the crew. You will get along perfectly. We've also stuck a little farm along the side there. Getting better at this property management. So this here is a drone. We built them over here. This drone has just picked something up out of the engineering bay, and now it's going to drop it down here, I believe.
Citizens arrived.
And throw it into this geothermal station. And poof. Oh. And done. Okay. That's good to know. And now the next piece comes up. Okay, this ship grabs it, and the other guy goes back for a quick recharge, and we start working on the next one. Right, that could take a while. Well, that's going on. Over here, I've just churned out a bunch of money-making buildings. Turns out we run a bit short on cash here. Probably shouldn't have went with those mega drills straight away. I mean, they're nice drills, but I kind of messed it up. Oh, and you can rotate the buildings after you've placed them, just in case they're not all facing the same direction. It's a drought period. The clouds are completely gone, making solar energy more effective. Alright. But the groundwater dries up. Well, okay, swings and roundabouts. I think I'm prepared for this, though. And the earth becomes infertile. Yeah, whatever. We expect from you a large supply of batteries this... Well, that can be arranged. We have lots of batteries. You, upgrade. More housing required here. First up, we installed, after our last run-in with droughts and such things, not droughts, whatever, the cold snap, we now have this cold store that stores up to 250 of each food type. And we changed our sales rules to not sell anything above 250. So even if our crops, which, I think this place has switched over entirely to, yeah, hanging gardens. So there's vertical indoor ones, which are completely unaffected. These guys over here, fine, they're going to slow down. They're reduced to 55%, which halves their efficiency. Don't care. Massive food stockpiles. If we click on here, we can see we got 227 food just sitting around here. We should be able to weather 6 days of drought quite handily. As for power production, over here we are generating battery... 44% efficiency? What's going on? Is wind get hurt? No, it's fine. I think it's just... Oh, yeah, we're in the middle of the day and everyone's drawing power quite heavily. That'll go up an awful lot as the day wears on, and especially at nighttime. Now, over here, more money. One drought survived due to, well, having massive food stockpiles.
Construction completed.
Also, I'm beginning to think wall-mounted gardens hanging off the side of your place is not such a bad idea. They're just a stable way of making sure this stuff never bothers you. Time to build a nuclear reactor over here. We're going straight for a nuclear reactor because, well, we've already got the uranium, so why not? Money-wise, though, I really should have done something different with this place. I mean, I covered it in all of these town squares for money, but I think that was probably not our best bet.
Trading platform arrived.
Why are you not finished yet? Oh yeah, we need 1,300. Doesn't matter, we'll sell a bunch more junk here and then we'll be good to go.
Completed.
Perfect. We'll make you a priority 1. We just want to make sure we've got decent power coming in here, and that powers most of it. It will drive the ecology down, but it hasn't actually hit levels left where no one will move in anymore. This challenge is actually really hard. It wants us to sell 243 engines. Engines are the things you make in these little 3D printing facilities. So I have 3 of the 3D printing facilities here trying to churn them out, and then I've got another 3 over here. And it's still not enough. We got 8 minutes left. We may not make it. I think we're going to get a fine for this one because I just can't churn out enough of these engines. We can probably lower that down on the last run. Actually, no. We've got 8 minutes. One more run should do it. Whew. Close, though. Over here, this place is not quite up to snuff. We're still trying to chuck in a whole bunch more of these mega drills. Just waiting for the money to roll in. Though we're definitely selling off the water, a bunch of water here, and... oh, power cells. You can basically sell those here by leeching them off the other crowd. Good way to generate cash in a remote colony. I think this time around we might actually just make it. We got it because it's the last one. Perfect. We'll get the reward. Thank you kindly. And we're still building a geothermal station down here. It takes a while. We have 2 production facilities churning out the parts, though we had to build more mines here, which drove down the ecology and made people unhappy, so we had to build air purifiers, and this is sort of turning into our area that builds the parts that go down below. I think the second station over here is going to become something similar, once we get enough mines and air purifiers up over here. Wind generators have almost stopped due to fog. This could be a problem. Also, the mist blocks part of the sunlight. Oh, that's bad. Right. Jones fly slower. We expect more profit from you. More profit from internal trade and office work. What? Well, this is going to be problematic. Energy-wise, yeah, we're on batteries over there because we kind of were already. This place. Oh, you're also on batteries. And this place. We have such an overwhelming amount of solar, we're actually still good. Oh, this is a problem. This is a big problem. I'm thinking we're going to need another nuclear power plant over here. It's going to wreck the ecology, but... well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Nuclear power plant, you can go right there. to keep us alive, because this will tank some of the people liking. We'll put one of those there and there. We'll make you a priority 1. Ugh, that's still not going to get us out of that hole. What else are we going to build on then? God, it's just... everything's been smashed. Windiness has been smashed. I mean, we could put on a few more wind turbines just to help tide us over there. Over here, the moment the sunlight drops, we're going to be in trouble. Ugh. Do we start turning off buildings? We might just have to turn off buildings. You know what? I'm going to save it there. There's still more of this to go, and I still have barely started on this ground stuff. We've only got... the start of this geothermal station down, though. Okay, 68% of it. I'd like to get the geothermal down, and then maybe try experimenting with this, capsule batteries. That seems like it would be a way to avoid the fog really messing us up, because the fog hurts. We're going to have to power off a bunch of buildings if we want any chance of getting through this. It's just there's too much power drain. Oh, I already have nuclear over here. I might have to build a second nuclear over here just to keep this place going. Yeah, we're going to have to go hard on the nuclear. Anyway, I am going to cut this out here. This was Empire Cliffs, or Cliffs Empire? Whatever. Cliff Empires in the Mist. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.